Welcome to episode 5 of Quirkiest Pro Facts about English. We really hope you like our work, so please keep those likes and comments coming and smash the subscribe and bell icons to have YouTube notify you when new stuff drops on our channel. With that marked as done, here is our fifth set of we believe are some of the quirkiest quirky things about the English language. Number 1 today, the word defenestration means the act of throwing someone or something out of a window. It comes from the Latin word fenestra, which means window. Defenestration, a word so strange and foreign sounding that it could be mistaken for a complicated medical condition. But no, it simply means the act of throwing someone or something out of a window. How very specific. What's even more amusing is that this word comes from the Latin word fenestra, which means window. It's almost as if the ancient Romans were anticipating a time in the distant future when people would be so bored that they would come up with a word to describe throwing objects out of windows. But let's not underestimate the power of defenestration. After all, it has played a significant role in history. In 1618, a group of Protestant Bohemian nobles defenestrated 2 imperial officials from a window in Prague, sparking the 30 Years' War. Who knew that such a silly sounding word could have such serious consequences? Defenestration has also had its fair share of pop culture moments. In the movie Airplane, a character is defenestrated twice in a matter of minutes. And who can forget that iconic scene in The Princess Bride, where Wesley and Buttercup are reunited after years apart, only for Wesley to be defenestrated by the evil Prince Humperdinck. Truly a cinematic masterpiece. But let's get back to the word itself. Defenestration. It's a mouthful, isn't it? And let's be honest, it's not a word that comes up in everyday conversation. Oh, I just defenestrated my pen. Or I'm feeling so defenestrated today are not exactly common phrases, but perhaps we should start using it more often. Next time you're feeling frustrated, why not let out a primal scream and defenestrate a nearby object? It's a great way to release tension and get some fresh air at the same time. And who knows, maybe it'll catch on and we'll all start defenestrating things left and right. In conclusion, defenestration is a funny sounding word with a serious history and a surprising amount of pop culture relevance. So the next time you see a window and feel the urge to throw something out of it, go ahead and defenestrate away. Who knows, it might just become the next big trend. Number 2, the word settee is an anagram of teeset, which is a type of teeset. The humble settee, a comfortable piece of furniture that you can curl upon with a good book or binge watch your favorite show. But did you know that the word settee is an anagram of teeset, which is a type of teeset? Yes, you heard that right. The furniture in your living room shares a connection with your afternoon tea. It's almost as if the creators of the English language were playing a game of Scrabble when they came up with the word settee. What do we have here? They must have pondered. Teeset. That's a word. But wait, what if we rearrange the letters? We get settee. Hey, that sounds like a comfortable piece of furniture. Let's go with that. But the fun doesn't stop there. There are plenty of other words in the English language that are anagrams of something completely unrelated. For example, listen is an anagram of silent. It's almost as if the word itself is telling you to be quiet and pay attention. And speaking of paying attention, astronomer is an anagram of moonstarer. It's like the universe is calling out to you, asking you to gaze up at the stars and ponder its mysteries. But my personal favorite has to be Elvis as an anagram of lives. It's almost as if the king of rock and roll is trying to tell us that he's still with us in spirit. After all, he's left such an indelible mark on our culture, and it's hard to imagine a world without him. And let's not forget about debit card as an anagram of bad credit. It's like the universe is trying to warn you about the dangers of overspending and getting into debt. But hey, at least you have a convenient way to pay for all those impulse purchases, right? So we can all now safely conclude that anagrams are a fun and fascinating aspect of the English language. From settee to Elvis to debit card, they remind us that even the most mundane words can hold hidden meanings and curious connections. So the next time you come across an anagram, take a moment to appreciate the cleverness of human language. And who knows, maybe you'll even discover a new word or phrase that you never knew existed before. Number 3, the word facetious contains all the vowels in alphabetical order. Yep, the word facetious. It's not only a tongue twister, but it also contains all the vowels in alphabetical order. How impressive. It's almost like the person who came up with the word was trying to win some sort of spelling bee. But what does facetious mean, you may ask? Well, it's an adjective that describes someone who is treating serious issues with inappropriate humor. In other words, it's someone who is cracking jokes at the wrong time, like a clown at a funeral. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this word, A-E-I-O-U, all in a neat row. It's like a little game of alphabetical Tetris. And don't forget about the elusive Y, which can sometimes be considered a vowel. It's not in alphabetical order, but it's still hanging in there like a vowel champ. But facetious isn't the only word with all the vowels in order. We have abstemious, which means to be moderate in eating and drinking. So if you are at a buffet and someone is being abstemious, you might want to keep an eye on them. They might be up to something. Then there's seasious, which refers to a grayish blue color. So the next time you see a sky that's a little too seasious for your liking, you'll know exactly what to call it. And let's not forget about education, the process of teaching and learning, because even that very common word has all the 5 vowels in it. It's like the alphabet put on its thinking cap and decided to spell itself out. But back to facetious. This word is a true champion of the English language. It's like the vowels got together and said, let's show those consonants who's boss. And boy, did they ever. So the next time you need a word to impress your friends at a Scrabble game, remember facetious. It's not only a word with all the vowels in alphabetical order, but it is also a word that describes someone who makes inappropriate jokes. And let's face it, we all know someone like that. So to conclude, facetious is a beautiful word that reminds us of the power of the English language. It's like a little puzzle waiting to be solved, a nod to the orderliness of the alphabet. So let's all raise a glass to facetious, the word that contains all the vowels in alphabetical order. Cheers! That's the end of this episode, guys. But while you're here, why not check out one of our other videos? Here's one of my favorites. Thank you.